Hey guys, sorry for the late recording and posting of this. I have been watching film incessantly, trying to figure out who's gonna win what. This is such a hard card to predict because all these fights are 50-50. The matchmaker really did their jobs. So opening up the prelims, we have Vyacheslav Borshov versus Mateus Camilo. I want to pick Borshov because he's way better on the feet, but he has negative takedown defense. But I'm still going to pick Vyacheslav Borshov to win this in an entertaining scrap by decision. Next up at middleweight, we have Basinger Sursakayev versus Eric McConaughey. I'm picking Sursakayev, but this is such a I want to pick him. I'm leaning him 70% of the way because he's way better than Eric McConaughey. Eric McConaughey's dog shit as far as UFC middleweights go. But Eric McConaughey has decent timing, decent hands, and Basinger is so reckless. So reckless. But he trains with Chimaev. He probably got yelled at and forced to run until he couldn't stop puking. So I'm going to pick Basinger Sursakayev by submission in round 2. Because I think Eric McConaughey is going to be a little too strong in round 1 to get taken down. Next up at strawweight, we have Angela Hill versus Fatima Klein. Another, what do I even go with this? I want to say Fatima Klein because she is really good, but Angela Hill seems to just win these fights by, randomly. But I'll pick Fatima Klein, and I'm going to pick Fatima Klein by decision. I think Angela Hill's a little too tricky to get slept out cold. Next up, we have Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal. Now, I'm picking Chepe Mariscal, and why the fuck is Chepe not having a ranked opponent? Beyond me. Hasn't lost in the UFC yet. Been here for 3 years, damn near. But Pat Sabatini's so good, I completely forgot. You forget how good Pat Sabatini is, and then he beats Joe Anderson Brito, and it's like, oh yeah, Diego Lopez made you look like easy work. But I think the pace and pressure of Chepe will lead him to win by decision after landing 100 fucking strikes. And headlining the early prelims, we have Kyle Dawkins versus Gerald Meerschaert. I'm picking Kyle Dawkins, but it's not a confident pick. Not because Dawkins isn't good, because we've seen GM3 do GM3 type shit. But I think GM3 is past his prime and can't do that shit anymore. So opening up the actual prelims, we have Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. Now, this is not so. Ethan Ewing is here because Cody Haddon got injured and pulled out. I've watched his regional career. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. But I'm gonna go with Malcolm Wellmaker. Insane power. I where do we even begin? Insane power. But Ethan Ewing did weigh in at 145. I think the catch weight was 143 something, or 142, and Ewing weighed in at 145. Technically on weight, they just moved it up to featherweight. But oof, I don't know. Maybe that size will save him a little bit. It's just a lot of I don't knows in this. But I'm picking Wellmaker probably by first round knockout. Next up, we have Blanchfield versus Cortez, and I'm picking Blanchfield, but this is not a confident pick either. Cortez isn't hot garbage, but I think Blanchfield's a little scrappier, has better jiu-jitsu, and that'll carry her later as the fight goes. So I'm going to pick Aaron Blanchfield by decision. I'm not minding Aaron Blanchfield by submission either. So I'll go with Aaron Blanchfield, but damn, Tracy Cortez could really upset a lot of things. Now, this is probably one of my most confident fights on the card. I'm picking Gregory Rodriguez to beat Roman Kopylov, and probably by knockout. When he's fighting a big, scary middleweight, Gregory Rodriguez is the scariest dude in the weight class. As long as he's fighting a big, scary middleweight. You put him up against a fat welterweight or just a smaller individual at middleweight, he loses. But against someone about his size, he's going to walk him down and beat him up. And then headlining the prelims, we have Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. This is a really oddball pick, but I'm going to go Rodolfo Vieira. I don't think Bo Nickel can put the kind of pace on Rodolfo Vieira to really beat him in the jiu-jitsu world. And on the feet, Rodolfo Vieira has a jab, and that's all he needed to school Trayshawn Gore. And when I see Bo Nickel, he rushes in, winging hooks, winging overhands, winging uppercuts. His jab is terrible. His striking is not good. I'm going to go Rodolfo Vieira to win this by decision. By just literally touching Bo Nickel's face with a jab all fight. Now, opening up the main card, we have Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis, and this is another fight I just don't know where to go on. Because I was picking Beneil Dariush up until yesterday when I saw how bad he looked on the scales. He missed weight, looked terrible, and BSD is still larger than him. I have to choose Benoit by knockout. But don't be surprised. If Benoit forces the grappling, Beneil is going to wrap him up like a pretzel, I promise that. At welterweight, we have Leon Edwards versus CP. Nah, Carlos Prates is about to check his hard drive. High key. Carlos Prates is about to check his hard drive. Leon Edwards is the best fighter in the weight class, bar none. Like, genuinely, technique for technique, he's the best fighter in the weight class. But I can't pick you if I have to go, man, which version of you is going to show up? If the version that fought Bilal Muhammad in the first fight shows up, he's going to fuck up Carlos Prates. If the version that showed up in the second Bilal Muhammad fight shows up, Carlos Prates is going to detonate a bomb on his chin. And so I have to choose Carlos Prates. I think Carlos Prates is going to check his hard drive and find terabytes. Next up in the feature fight, we have Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Sean Brady is getting cucked, and then he's going to get fucked over by Michael Morales. I think Morales is too big, has his own grappling pedigree himself, elite boxing, crazy power. Brady's chin is questionable. He's scrappy, but I don't think Michael Morales is going to fear Brady charging forward, swinging shots. This isn't Gilbert Burns, who's past his prime. This isn't Leon Edwards, who just doesn't want to scrap. Michael Morales is going to step back to sleep him on a nasty counter shot. But if this fight ends up on the ground, you got to go Brady all the way. I'm leaning Michael Morales, and I'm picking him by knockout. I think he's going to cement himself as the number one contender in this weight class. In the co-main event, we have Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. It pains me, but I have to pick against Zhang Weili. I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko. Even though Shevchenko's lateral movement is non-existent and she's very clearly past her prime, Weili is so horrendously defensively irresponsible. I cannot pick her. I'm watching her get her head spun around by Lemos. I'm watching Yan Xiaonan cook her up on the feet. I'm watching the same little step-in head kick still be available to her. Like, still be available to hit her with. That Rose hit her with 4 years ago. That was 4.5 years ago when Rose KO'd her like that. And I'm telling you, Zhang Weili can still be KO'd like that. I want to see Weili win. I'm rooting for Weili. Valentina, Auntie still got it. And in the main event, we have Jack Della versus Islam Makhachev. Islam is really, really fucking good. I'm picking Jack Della. He's big. He's way bigger. Like way fucking bigger. Stronger, most likely. We'll see. But he has a longer reach than people give him credit for. He has great head movement, great lateral footwork. And his constant level change is going to give Islam problems. Islam is a more dynamic takedown artist than Bilal Muhammad. When Islam shoots in, he's going to go for a single leg, double leg. Okay, that's not working. Judo throws, judo trips, that shit's not going to work. It just won't work against Jack. Jack is way better. Jack is way smarter than that. And he's going to hurt him before that even happens. And the constant level changing is going to really fuck with Islam. And for Islam to really do well, he has to push forward. and he's able to do well pushing forward against everyone else because he's huge and he has the threat of the takedown. That's just not going to be there as much against Jack. And as much as we want to say like Islam's really good, I mean fundamentally he's okay, but the grappling is what pays the bills for Islam. Islam is not that good a striker. Yes, he outlanded Poirier in almost every round. Technique for technique, this dude is ass when he's especially when he's pressing forward. When he's moving backwards, he actually is one of the best fighters off the back foot in the sport. That being said, you can't afford to stay on the back foot against Jack Della. He's going to find his range. He has crazy power. And his non-stop, constant assault to the body. And it's not like he just has been training for Islam for like 8 weeks or something like that. He's had Paul Craig in his camp for years. He was part of the Volkanovski camp for the first Islam Makhachev fight. I saw a video of him choking out Paul Craig and putting him to sleep with a darts. Like JDM knows exactly what he's doing, knows exactly how to stop Islam from getting to the point where Islam can succeed, and the power difference, the speed difference on the feet, because there's gonna be a speed difference. Jack is gonna be faster on the feet, and the size difference is going to really, really, really make itself. I'm telling you, in the finishing sequence, because it's gonna be a brutal combination, Jack is going to push Islam away. Islam is going to be wrestling for his fucking life, and it's not gonna work. Which pains me to say, because I really want to see Islam become double champ. I think it's way better for the sport with Islam Makhachev as 170-pound champion. Jack is going to beat him so bad he might go back down to 155. But that's my predictions for UFC 322. Don't forget to like and subscribe.